day,
Yes.
like when I was working on Etabs, like I want to see the view and something like that, it suddenly closed.
Yes, yesterday.
I don't. Yeah, yesterday I tried to see the view and create a new project. Select the Indian standard as concrete standard. Then
Mhm.
after a few minutes, suddenly close. It says that I think there is a
Etabs suddenly
problem
closed.
occurred during etaps. Yeah,
Okay.
maybe at the end of the class I can share my screen, Mr. Sona.
Okay, fine. We can check that what is the problem. Okay, so now today we
Okay.
start that how we have to define that the material, right? So material and sections property today we start that
Yeah.
first. So you see that these are the default material setting. Okay, these are the some default material setting, and if we have to add a new material, then you have to just click on the options add new material. Okay, right? After that you have to select that the region that is the India. Then the material type you have to select concrete first, standard that is the Indian standard. Okay, and there are various types of grade of concrete are available from M15 to M16, right?
Yeah.
So this is the characteristic strength of concrete. So basically, as per the site preferences, we use that M25 grade of concrete, right? We use
Yeah.
M25 grade of concrete. After that, just click OK. Then here the material weight and mass density you have to input that. So there are two options, that is the weight density or mass density. So according to which you want to provide that the input. So we just provide that the weight density. So we have to use 25 kilonewton per meter cube, right? And if we have mass per unit density, okay, wait a minute, what is the unit we have proposed? We have to prefer that metric is we will go on the material. Same, click OK. Now here you see that the weight density, the what is the density of concrete? That is the 25 kilonewton per meter cube. You have to remember this one. Okay. Now after
Okay.
that, all the data that is the standard value. So we have to just click OK. Now again we have to create
Uh,
a new material. Okay. That is for the rebar. That is the reinforcement bar.
Riba.
Okay. Yes, reinforcement bar. And for that, we have to use the grade that is the HYSD 500 grade of concrete. Okay. Then just click OK.
HYSD, it stand for what, Mr. Sona?
Yes.
HYSD stand for what?
HYSD, it means that you have to remember the full form of HYSD, that is the high yield strength deform bar. Okay. That is the
Okay.
yield strength of steel. Okay.
Yeah, right.
So for the steel weight density, that is the 78.5 kilonewton per meter cube. Okay, the weight of steel that is 78.5 kilonewton per meter cube. After that, you have to just click OK. Now click OK. Next, we have to create a beam and column property. So we create that a two column property and two beam property, right? One we create, I will show you that in the feet and inch, and another one in the
Metric.
okay, metric. So we have to just go in the option define, use sections properties, and then we have to use frame section. Okay, so just click on the options frame section. So you see that these are the property of right frame.
Yeah.
Okay, now we have to create a property, so then click on the options add new property. So here is the concrete cross sections, this is the steel cross sections, this is the steel composite, and this is the special conditions of. Okay,
Yeah.
right? So in we are using that the concrete material, right? Yes or no? So we
Yeah.
have to use that the concrete. So in the concrete there is a rectangular section, another one that is the circular sections, another one that is the T sections, and another one that is the precast concrete I section. So here I use that the rectangular sections. Now first I create that the column of 9 inch into 18 inch. Okay. So for the column you have to extend C, right? After that, when
Yeah.
you create that the size, so you specify that the size with name. Okay. So when you go to change, so it will be very easy to change. 9 inch multiply 18 inch, right? I have specified that. I have already created that the material, yes or no? That is the
Yeah.
M25. Now what is the depth? That is the 18 inch and width will be 9 inch.
9.
So I just specify that in 18 inches. So you see that automatically it converts that. Okay. So 18
9.
inch approx up to the 450 m. Okay. Right.
Yeah.
And 9 inch when I put that 9 inch, so it automatically converts and it is approx up to 230 mm. Understood?
Okay.
Okay. Now after that we have to just click on the options modify or show rebar, right? So we have to create that the column. So just click on the options column, right? Yes
Okay.
or no? Now we have to create that is the column of 9 inch to 18 inch. So that's why we have to use column.
Column.
Okay. Now after that, use that the longitudinal bars. Rebar material I have already created. Yes or no? And
Yeah.
if you don't have created, so you have to use this three dot. Then you see that automatically material tab open, right? So here
Okay.
I have created that HYSD 500. Okay. And the tie bar also HYSD 500. Okay. And the reinforcement configurations we have to use that the rectangle because we are using that the rectangular sections. Yes, right?
Okay.
So, and here for the confinement bar, that is the tie bars, we also use tie means stirrups, ring bar, distribution bars. All are called tie bars. Yes or no?
Yeah.
Okay. Now the next that is the reinforcement to be checked. You have to click on the first. Directly you don't go through the design. You have to first check that the reinforcement is the value will be suitable or not. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what is the clear cover for the column? That is the 40 mm. You have to remember that. Otherwise, you note that in your notebook. Clear cover for the beam that is the 25 mm. Okay.
Is it always, Mr. Sana?
Yes.
Always 40 mm?
Clear cover for the beam you have to note that 25 mm. Clear cover for the column you have to note that the 40 mm. Okay. And clear cover for the footing that is the 50 mm. You know what is the clear cover? Yes or no?
No, I think I know just the only CC, which is concrete cover.
Okay, concrete cover. So basically, clear cover is the distance between distance between the outermost surface of the concrete to the reinforcement. Okay,
Okay.
that is
From the
the
bottom and the top.
yes. For all around, we have to put that for the column that is the 40 mm cover, and for the beam we have to put that is the 25
40.
mm. 25 mm.
25. Okay.
Yes, for beam 25, column 40, for footing 50 mm.
Hmm.
Okay.
I
Now,
think, yeah.
yes, tell me.
Actually, Mr. Sono, I think there is a formula we can follow to get this clear cover, right? Or this
No,
is a
no,
fixed
this,
number.
this is the standard value we have to use for the
Okay.
every constructions.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, this
Okay.
is the fixed value that we have to use.
Okay.
Now, after that, suppose we have to assign that there are 8 reinforcement in this column. Okay, I have assigned that there are total 8 reinforcement. So in that case, we have to use the number of longitudinal bars along the directions, that is the 3. So I have taken that 1, 2 and 3. 2 at the corner and 1 at the mid, right? So from that
Hmm.
side and from that side, I have put that the 3 reinforcement bar. Now after that, that is the along the directions face second, we have also specified that the 3. It means that one at that corner, one at that corner, and one will be at middle. One will be at middle and one will be at corner. So their total
Mm-hmm.
are 8 reinforcement we have assigned. Okay. Now after that longitudinal bar size we are using that is the 12 mm. Okay, you have to remember that when we assign that the reinforcement. Okay, so at corner we have to use that the maximum reinforcement, and in the middle you can use that the minimum reinforcement and up to the corner size. Okay, not extend, not exceed that the corner reinforcement. Understood? In the middle, so we have used that the longitudinal bar size area, that is in the middle we have used that the 12 mm bars, and corner bar size we are using that the 16 mm. And one more thing you have to remember that you don't have to provide less than 12 mm bar in the beam and column. Understood?
Yeah.
You don't have to apply or assign that the reinforcement bar not less than 12 mm in the beam and column. Now the stirrups we are using that 8 mm bar. Okay. Now after that I click OK.
Yeah, Mr. Sona, I have a question. Can you go
Yes.
back?
Yes. Yes.
Here in the numbers of longitudinal bar along three their faces.
Yes.
Can you repeat it again?
You see that when I change that, it means that along that the three direction space. So this one is the three direction space, right? And this one
Okay.
is the second direction. So we have assigned that 1, 2, and 3, right?
Right.
Or on the second directions, we have assigned 1, 2, and 3.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. So total how many bars? 1, 2, 3, and 4 at the corner, and 4 at the middle.
Right.
Right? This is the cross sections of column.
Okay.
Fine.
Mm-hmm. Mr. Sono, just to double check, clear cover for column 40, beam 25, footing 50, right?
Yes, right.
Okay.
Fine.
Fine.
So
Okay.
this is the outermost concrete surface, and this is the reinforcement surface. So the spacing between these two components, that is the clear cover.
Okay.
Okay, fine.
Fine.
Okay. Now just click OK. Then I click again OK. So I have created one column property.
Right.
Right. Now we have to again draw that one column property, that is the rectangular column in the mm. So we have to again created that the column, that is the 300 mm
Right.
multiply 230 mm. Okay,
Okay.
that is the 9 inch into 12 inch. Yes or no?
Right.
Now select that the material M25, specify that the depth, that is the
300.
300, or width, that is the 230. Then next go to the modify show rebar, and same we have to design that the column. So use longitudinal bars HYST 500 on the both side. Click on the options reinforcement to be checked, and here I have to define that the same reinforcement, and that is the 12 mm
12,
and
20,
16 mm
60.
bars, or there is the 8 mm bars. And after that we have to click OK, then click OK. So we have created that the two column property, right? Yes or no?
Right.
And now we have to create that the beam property. So rectangular beams we have to create. Here I give that the ID, that is the B, and the beam, that is the 230 mm multiply 350 mm. Okay. Now use that concrete grade M25. Here I specify that 350 and then 230. Okay. Now go modify and show rebar, and we have to design that the beam. So click on the options beam. Okay, click on the
Yeah.
options beam, then specify that the rebar material. What is the clear cover for the beam? Here we have to define that the cover. So
Tw-
for the top bars
yeah.
25 mm, and for the bottom bars also 25
25.
mm. Then after that we have to click OK, then click OK. So we have created the property like that. So understood how we have to add the property, yes or no,
Yeah.
for the beam and
Yeah.
column
Can
and
we add?
material.
Yeah. Can we add another one in fit unit?
Yes, so we can go that in the fit and in. So I use that the size of beam, that is the ID B
See.
9 inch, okay, multiply 12 inch
Like,
beam. Okay,
okay.
now
M25.
M25, here I have provided that the 12 inch. So
Mr. Sono, in the top there is a national size data
yes, what?
under the material under M25. What is national size data?
Notational size data. See that.
Notational. Okay.
See that notational size data. Notational size, that is the factor value. Okay, you can use that the define or none. So I just assign that the auto notational size data. This is not the matter in the concrete design. Okay, these all are given
Okay.
for the when you have to go in the research work in the Etabs. Okay,
Okay.
right, all these things will be given that for the research work. Okay, if we have to
Okay.
design that any project, so the data I will provide it to you, that is the sufficient for the project design, because our output is that our output is not the research area, right? Yes or no?
Yeah.
We have to do that the project, so we have to learn that particular thing. And one more thing, if you learn that the particular thing, so you have to implement that. Okay,
Yeah.
and I also suggest that a book previous, yes or no, that is for the
Right.
design of illustrative design of concrete, right? Up to the 3-story building, all the data are completely given in that book. So if you read the book completely, okay, so in a structure part, I believe you that in a structure part, no worry for that. Okay,
Right.
you can design its own, but you have to learn that the concept first, because if you don't have my theoretical concept, then how can we implement in my project, how can
Right.
we justify that? Okay, right. Now here, that is the depth I assign, that is the 300,
Mm-hmm.
and that is the 230. Now the next one, modify so rebar. Just click on the options design beam, that is the HYSD 500. Now cover, that is the 25 mm. Okay, then click OK, then click OK. Understood?
And yeah.
Right?
Okay.
So
Clear.
we have added all the property. Yes or no?
Right.
Two property for the column and two property for the beam.
Beam.
Now just click OK. Now after that, we have to apply this beam and column property. Okay, we have to apply that this beam and column property. So for that, we have to go on the options draw. Where we have to go? In the
Option draw.
draw. And here we have to use that draw beam column. Okay, which options we have to use? Draw beam column. And for the beam, there are two options, that is the draw beam. So if we have to connect that point to point, from one point to another point beam, we have to use that one, these options. Suppose that we have to create from this point to this point. Okay, so you see that, yes or no? Like that we can
Yeah.
create. Understood? That is the point to point. So if we draw that the beam point to point, so what? It takes that the time. Yes or no? Right? It takes the time. Understood?
Okay.
So if we have to draw that the beam in our complete project, okay, in our complete project together, so we have to use that the options quick draw beam. Which options you have to use? Quick
Quick
draw
draw beam.
beam. Okay, after that we have to draw that the beam in the all story, yes or no? So you have to change that one story to the all story. It means that from base to the story 10. Yes or no? We have
Mm-hmm.
to apply that the beam from the base to the story 10. That is the story 1 to 10. So that's why
Right.
we have used that the all story, right?
Right.
Yes or no? So we have to draw that the beam. So for you have to select that the property from there. We have to select the property from there. So just click on the options, okay? And on the outer, we have to use this one beam. That is the 350 mm into 230 mm. So like that, we can create that the beam from the outer side. Yes or no? You see that?
Right.
I have created that the beam from the outer directions. Now,
And
after that, if you want to see that the beam in the 3D view, just click on the options 3D. And this one is the option that is for the extrude view. That is the
right.
to see that the view of beam in the 3D view. See that it will be showing in the 3D view. Yes
Yeah.
or no? Right? And when you again click on that, so it disappear the 3D view. For the appearing and disappearing, all are by using this click options. Okay?
This is both for column and beam.
Yes, for both and column and view.
Okay.
For the every members. Okay? Now
Okay.
the next we have to assign that the internal beam. Okay?
Right.
So just go on the options draw, beam column,
Quick.
quick draw
Okay.
beams, and select that the internal beam property that is 9 inch into 12 inch,
12 inch.
and draw that inside to inside, that is the boundary. So you see that we have created that the beam up to there. So if we have to create there, so you have to just click on that, because when we select like that, yes, okay, so what it does, it overlap this beam also, right?
Right.
So you have to just use that the options by clicking that the beam, and then you can assign that the property. Okay,
Okay.
now use that the escape button more than 2 times, okay, and then click on the options 3D view. If you want to see that in the 3D view, you can see that the complete 2D and 3D inside and outside both beams are appeared. Yes or no?
Yeah.
Now next we have to draw that the column, right? So for the column, we have to
Mm,
go in the options draw beam column, and this is your options for the column quick draw columns. Okay,
okay.
so just go in that, select that the outer column property. So outer column we have created what? That is the 9 inch into 18 inch.
18.
So select that the outer column like that. Okay. So like that we have applied that the column. Yes or no?
Right.
Now if we have to apply that the internal column, so select that the internal column, and we have to apply that the internal column. So you can just escape that the command, then go to the 3D view, and then click on the options. Right? Yes or no?
Right. Yeah.
And if you want to see that the render view of that building, okay, so you have to just go in the options view and click on the options show render view. What we have to use?
For
Show
in the
render view. So you just see that this is the render diagram. Yes or no?
yeah.
Everything will be visualized in the solid form. That is the 3D.
Okay.
Okay, every beam and column. This is the complete 3D building. Okay, right?
Right.
Now, next thing is that is suppose if we have to, can you identify that which one is the outer beam and which one is the inside beam and which one is the outer column and which one is the inner column? Yes or no? We can't
Yeah.
identify that,
No,
right?
it's a bit difficult.
Yes. So if you want to identify that the inner, outer, everything that is separately, okay. So in that case, we have to just go on the this tick options, and this is called set display options. What is this called? That is the
Set the
display.
display.
Yes, display command. This is in short. You can show. called
Mm-hmm.
display command. So just click over there. Okay. After that, we have to just go in the options view color off. Where we have to go? View color off. And
Few.
here we have to select sections property because we have created that the sections properties for the beam and column. Yes or no? So we have to see
Right.
by
Yeah.
the color. Okay. So just apply that and then click OK. Now we can identify easily that is which one is the outer column.
Right.
Okay, which one is the inner column, which one is the outer beam, which one is the inner beam. And if you want to remove that the extrude view, then you can identify easily. So now, clear?
Yeah.
Any confusion? So you understood that how we have to
No.
apply that, how we have to add the property and how we have to apply that. Yes or no? Now if we
Yeah.
have to again remove this color, okay, right? If we have to again
We
remove
go to
this,
display.
again we have to go same here. Okay, then you have to click
Set
on the options view color off, and that is the object. Okay,
objects.
yes, select that the default property, then click OK. Now you see that, yes or no, it will be changed. Same if
Right.
you want to change in the plan view, then click there, select object, then apply and OK. Understood? Now if we have to apply that the support, okay, if we have to apply the support, so we have to go in the options assign. Where we have to go? Assign. And in the
Assign option.
assign we have to go that is the joint. Okay, and in the joint we have to select restraint. Okay, these
Yeah.
options we have to pick. So here there are various types of support. This is the fixed support. Okay, this one is the fixed support. So what
Fix.
is the properties of fixed support? Three forces and three moment are available, right?
Mm-hmm.
It means that total six reaction works on a fixed support. Okay, now this one is the pin support and hinge support. On this support there are three reactions are work. Okay, that is for only forces. On the hinge support or pin support, movement will be zero. Okay, moment will
Yeah.
be zero.
Then.
This is the roller support. There is only one reactions. Okay, that is in the translational repeat in the z directions. Okay, and this is the free support. There is no any reactions are available. So in building, okay, so in building we have to fix our column to the footing. Yes or no?
Yeah.
Right? So that's why we have to use that the fixed support in a building. We have to use fixed support.
Fix.
And where we have to apply the fixed support? That is at the base. So just go to the options plan and then click on the options base.
Base.
Then apply and then click OK. Right? After that, you see that here I have selected all story, but we have to apply the support at the base
Only
only,
one. Right.
right? So you have to just change one
One
story.
story.
Then you have to select all the joint. Okay, you have to select all the joint, and after that click on the fix support, then apply and then OK. And in the Etabs supports is not visible when you apply that the support. So here it is written that the joint restraint, it means that the support applied. Okay,
Okay.
now we have to just go in the plan that the top is story. So understood up to there, yes or no?
Yeah, yeah. Mr.
Okay.
Sono, in this support, can we go to the set by show and see the support, or we can't see it?
Here support is no options for the support.
Okay.
Okay, that's why I'm told you that we can't visualize that the support in the ATAP. So we have to apply it. So you have to remember that you have applied that the
Okay.
support or not. Otherwise, the reactions will
Mm-hmm.
be changed for that build. Okay, that is
Right.
the defect in the ETAPs. Okay, but we have to follow that. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
when you
And
apply, it shows
yeah,
that the
it will
joint
stay
reaction.
the right.
Guess what?
Right. Yeah, I was saying that, Mr. Sono, I think in the report, when we see the report, it will state that the support. It will mention that.
Yes, yes, in the report. Okay,
Yeah.
and when we go on
Okay.
the properties also, that is the restraint. So all that are given here. Okay, so this support we have to apply. So you can see that from there. Okay, understood? Yes or no? Okay, so you
Yeah,
just
yeah,
do
Mr.
that.
Sono.
You just do
Understood.
practice up to there. Tomorrow we start that the loading condition. Okay,
Okay.
and the analysis result. You
Okay,
can see
Mr.
that
Sono.
tomorrow.
Okay, can I share my screen for a while to see if it's work or not?
Yes. Okay.
For one moment.